Go back.
I got another 2 people researching here.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Come to you guys in a moment.
I've got I'm sitting at the table.
Mm-hmm.
I've got all of the cards pulled out and I'm looking at them.
Okay.
And I am looking for a book on tarot cards as well, so that I can study them at the same time I'm looking at my book.
Okay.
And see what I can
Go ahead and
learn.
roll an investigation check.
I'm prepared to talk a lot.
Okay. 7.
7. You get a little lost in your research as you come upon what are drawn studies on the human body, in which musculature, and there's a lot of just nude drawings in there.
I bring those to the table.
And so you get kind of distracted for a while. You do eventually find one book that is a very simple study on prominent and easily found use of tarot cards, largely based around the Moonweaver. And you sit down and you open the book, and with the cards sprawled out, and you start going from chapter to chapter, and none of the cards are the same as the ones you found in the book.
I can add to this if you like.
Yeah, go for it.
There is specifically when dealing with oracle cards. There, do you mind if I add a little canon?
Go for it.
Oracle cards.
Just keep in mind, she rolled a 7.
Oracle cards vary from region to region and religion to religion. They tend to have unique properties depending on what culture and what god is being worshipped, of how they're developed and how they're built. Moonweaver cards specifically, while there is a kind of a general build, the Moonweaver encourages creativity and deceit. So Moonweaver decks tend to be all over the fucking map, and this is
And this is a Moonweaver.
this is definitely a Moonweaver deck.
Yeah. And to that point, and correct me if I'm wrong, a number of the cards in the deck that you have are blank.
Yep.
How many?
There's a
Blank.
There's a collection of them that you've noticed, and then there's kind of off, like just sort of on the edge. There's a bunch that look like they're kind of old and fucked up and hard to even read anymore. And then there's another collection of them that are just have a couple little sketches that were just seem like they were stopped, and then a whole bunch of blank ones that are just ready to be filled. You get the sense that this was an ongoing art project, and that this was not a bought deck, but a made one.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, Jester just starts crying.
Oh.
Because she's realizing, I mean, that's amazing. She's looking at Molly's art.
Yeah, there's a, yeah. It's not as good as your art.
No, but it's so good. And I can finish some of it.
Yeah, those little black cards could use happy beans.
Well, obviously somebody's going to get dealt the happy bean.
Oh no. It keeps getting worse.
Okay, well then. Okay.
There are like the only obvious card, since you rolled a 4, would be the moon card, which is
I rolled a 7. Thank you.
okay. So inevitably there's always a moon card. There's also, each card is built so that there's a word at the bottom and a word at the top, so that when you flip it, there's a word at the bottom and then it's a new
Okay,
word.
so it's a different. So each card can be 2.
Each card can be 2, and
Okay.
the moon is a beautiful large moon in a night sky over this kind of a crystal clear lake. And when you turn it over, it's called the mirror. And when you look in the reflection of the moon in the lake, there are 2 moons.
Like balls.
And one smaller reddish purplish moon behind, like sitting right behind the big normal white moon, which is not actually in the sky in the moon card. It's just a single moon.
So for your half day of research into this, you spend half of it looking through naked pictures of people sketched
It's a good day.
and the other half learn nothing about tarot cards beyond just looking through the cards that Molly had left incomplete, and yeah, that's about it.
But it was time well spent.
Oh, very much so.
Yeah. No,
So
a lot was
you not always learn what you want, but you learn what you need.
Now, I remember when Molly read my fortune a couple times. I pulled the card out myself, or did he pull the card out for me?
Do you know what a force is?
I don't. Don't you? I'm asking for just
Actually,
their sake.
with the
Do
7,
I?
no.
No. Okay.
So
You pulled the card.
I pulled the cards.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. That's what I need
Bless
to.
you.
I need to remember how to read other people's fortunes. So I'm just going to try to do it the way that Molly did it for me.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, we keep going, I'll describe cards as they pop
Okay,
up. So,
okay.
Caduceus.
so yeah.